Supreme J here. Now today I'm going to be talking to you guys on every single car that I was debating on buying before I ended up with the C7. So of course the C7 is my dream car, but obviously in life you have to be realistic with yourself and prepare yourself for not always getting what you truly want. Now I am honestly the type of person that never settles for something that I don't want, but with a car it's a little bit different. So obviously, if you guys didn't know, if you guys subscribed when I already had the C7, this used to be my car. It was a 2018 Mustang GT Premium 10-speed. This is what it looked like right when I got it. In my opinion, this was its dream form. This was my dream form for the car at the time. If I went back now, there's definitely some things I would change. You know, I would get a carbon fiber lip, side skirts, things like that. Pay more money for parts basically. But I mean, yeah, this was it. I was rocking this silver and black combo until I could afford the wrap. Then I finally did the wrap and it came down like this, and put the spoiler on, and it was forever. The game was changed basically. So but yeah, I had problems with it throughout its course, and I was debating getting another Mustang or just trying to save this one. But at the end of the day, I think I was just tired of it and I was just ready to move on to something different. So little old me went and I sold it on July 28th. I sold the car, and that was the last of me owning a Mustang because it just wasn't meant to be. From there, I went and I considered getting a C6 Grand Sport, particularly in black like this. Obviously it would have been fully stock, but the main reasons why I didn't choose this car is because I, one, prefer the styling of the C7 more, and two, I feel like some parts are just too outdated that I would have to worry about replacing, such as the headlights of the car, the gauge not the gauge cluster, but the touchscreen on the car, and then the tail lights on the car. And then also, I wasn't the biggest fan of not having any digital dash component on the car. I don't mind having traditional gauges, but I do love being able to mix that in with a digital dash. Get a Camaro SS. They're clean cars. You can definitely build them very nicely. They have the LT1 engine. You can get a sunroof with them. But overall, the main reason why is because I just felt like I should have just got the Corvette instead. Genuinely did consider was a blue Q60. I say blue because that's the color that I would have wanted to get it in. So yeah, Q60s, very, very clean cars. They have a lot of potential. I think I saw a picture somewhere down here with the Q60s showing a clean build, but now it is gone forever for some reason. But yeah, Q60s have a lot of potential. Oh, here it is. I mean, just look at this. This is a nicely built car. A lot of the parts are OEM, but added some nice side skirts, a lip, some nice wheels, lowered it, gave it a wrap. This just looks very, very clean and done in good taste. And the car stock looks pretty good as well. So my thought process for this car was, well, why don't I just get the cheapest car that I like, basically, that I would be not necessarily 100% happy with, but okay with having, and that I can also mod. So the Q60, some of the things that were leaning me towards it for some time was, one, the price, and it's also a modern car still, so it has a nice touchscreen, nice leather seats, nice interior, has a sunroof, has the Bose speakers, has all of that, right? And it's also a V6 instead of a V8, so it's going to be better on gas. The parts are a little bit cheaper, and it's relatively pretty easy to have it pushing 500 horsepower. But something about it is just not me. As much as I love to look at them and I feel like they go with other people, I feel like at the end of the day the car just kind of just didn't go with me. But it definitely made me second guess it, and that is the BMW with the B58 engine. So on one hand, I was taking a look at the 340i. My boy had one before it got totaled due to some old lady. And I mean, yeah, just take a look at the car. They look, they look really nice. Only with the M Sport package though, nothing less than the M Sport package. Excuse me. They're about like $7,000 to $8,000 cheaper. They're very nice cars. A lot of potential. For being the V6, they sound amazing. The way that the engine pops, I absolutely loved it. It was definitely leaning me towards it for a while because of that pop. The interior, this is a base model one. Let me find a picture. Yeah, here we go. You know, this is the M package interior, and even then that's with the ugly freaking wood texture. Let me find like an actual here we go. You know, this interior looks pretty nice. Doesn't have, I'm not the biggest fan of the gauge cluster, and it does have kind of a small screen, but everything else is very nice inside that car in my opinion, and they look cool. So it was either a 340i that I would have been considering, or a 240i, which is BMW's like small version of the coupe. But at the end of the day, we all know which car I ended up with, my dream car. I have zero regrets getting this car, and all of the cars that I mentioned, there's just little things that, you know, I just don't like about them, or, you know, and I feel like when it comes to getting a car, you gotta get something that you're gonna, and I had a dream, and I shot for it, and I got it. I spoke it into existence, guys. Trust me, I would post so much about how bad I wanted a C7, and look, I mean, just look, I freaking got it, dude. I freaking got it. It's been like 4 months. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. But dreams come true, bro, when you work hard. And, you know, I got, at the end of the day, I got everything that I freaking want. Just take a look. You know, like I said about the gauge clusters, I don't mind there not being a big digital dash or not being full digital. I don't mind having some gauges, you know, so that, boom, checks off the list. Has a nice touchscreen, checks off the list. Has a nice sound system, checks off the list. It's a freaking 2-seater that you can freaking pop the top off, boom, checks out the list. That's something that's so unique to the Corvettes, because not a lot of cars come with Targa tops anymore. The quad exhaust, boom, checks off the list. Just everything about the car, I just love everything about the car. Yes, I do have to pay the price that it costs, but I mean, in my eyes, when you just look at it, it's just worth it. So that being said, comment down below, what did you think about the cars that I was looking at? Were you guys surprised by any that I was looking at? Do you think that I should have picked something else? Let me know. It's okay, I'm not going to get offended. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and with that being said, subscribe if you haven't already.